All right, it's Friday. We're in great health on the account. The account is up $2,000 on the week. I've had one day where I hit my liquidation, personal liquidation, not the evaluation liquidation. I set a liquidation amount of $400. If I go down $400, that's it for the session. So either way, even if we hit it today, we'll still end up 1,600 on the week. So that is looking like a pretty much can't lose kind of day. But obviously, would like to end in better stead than we're already at. We've had news, we've had a big sell-off, but the news is actually more positive on unemployment change. So it's a good chance that this daily false break level isn't going to hold, and that we're going to probably come and trade all the way back through it. If that's the case, then I'll be looking for longs primarily, but I do like to short, so we will see. And volume is looking high, so we're going to see some volatility. This is the week so far, as you can see. It's actually not including the first day of the evaluation for some reason. Don't know why it didn't log, but this is the actual balance, 52,057. So 2,000 in credit for the week. Now here we go. Looks like we're moving back through. Not looking to take tons of trades, but that's always the idea. We'll see what happens. I think perhaps if we find an opportunity to get into a good trade, perhaps at the top of this range here for this daily false break to the high, where we had this high here, sort of break this high on the previous day, then if I sort of see us rolling back over, then I'll try and get into one contract early up here around the 21,400s, maybe a little bit lower than that, maybe 7.5s. If we come back through, then I might look to add, and then we can have one good trade. But I will probably trade on the way up to it as well. So we'll see. If I can't actually make over $900 in a day because it will actually go against me on the evaluation. So that would be the max. To be honest with you, I only need 350. So 350 is good. And if I hit 350 and see how I feel, yeah, my strategy does have a strong lean towards checking my psychology as I go. Then we'll see where we're at. All right. So it looks like we're trying to build a little bit inside here, but I am not convinced when we see these kind of wicks on the daily chart that it's going to pull all the way back up and go green. We've had a lot of selling today. I wouldn't be surprised at the open if we see a big dump before we come back up. I'm not trading. Got the keyboard on. Let me just check my hotkey settings. I will once again be buying the ask and selling the bid, even though that absolutely stung me on when did that sting me? Wednesday. I didn't get into two positions, and then I ended up hitting my max loss on my next one, and the first two, which I didn't get into, would have been great winners, each one in their own right. But is what it is. I just need to be careful that that can happen. Potentially looking at my first position here, if we sweep these high. Quite often, when we see the SMI come down this low, it can signal the end of this move. How long have we got until the open? 15 minutes. This could be a good chance to go short. If we get a chance to get in, I might take it. So I'll see what's happening in a little bit more detail. We haven't taken any trades today, so we will do it like this. Yeah, there we go. Look at it go. That was the entry. This closed inside the EMA. Don't mind considering the first pullback. Watching that SMI. How long we got? 15 minutes. I think that we could probably see a bit more of a push up. We have got another level up here. What have I drawn that on? That false break low. Yeah, I think that's more likely to be tested before we continue moving down, but you never know. These big arch moves are often really good indicators that this bigger daily level is off to the races. Spread looks kind of big. 3 or 4 ticks at some points. Not willing to take the short this early. Not that close to that level. Sort of in no man's land here. It might go, but I think you're probably almost better off thinking about a pullback. See if we can get a false break up back through that EMA. Still got further it can go on the SMI. You see the signal level is still not down below the 40, negative 40. Now we got the break up above the EMA. See if it takes those lows, and then there we go. It's not time yet. Now we're building somewhat of a range at the top there. It's the top of our range, it's the bottom of our range. As we get, if we don't get a trade in the next 5 minutes, I'll be switching the setup of my 5-second chart to the RTH only, because I'd like to see my EMA start from the RTH sessions only. It's particularly helpful at the open. Thinking about a long. Somewhere around here. Get a bit of a pullback. I think I'll be so lucky. Might just go. That's the second entry point. Damn, wish I'd taken it. Bit of hesitation on my part. In fact, let's map it out. Feeling pretty grounded, actually. Right, taking along. We'll take that. It's a nice first trade to get us started. If you want to know why I took that, it's because we had really big divergence in this lower low and this lower low. When you look at the SMI, we had this low came all the way down to well below the -40, and then this one actually held on the neutral, and this can be a really good sign of a reversal, or at least pullback, especially when you got that much difference between them. Now we've kind of got this range from, see if I can map it out here to up here, which is sort of the range I think will probably be in play up until the open. It might go, but it's worth potential another scalp, but the SMI is looking all a little bit all over the place, so it's probably not something that I'm going to look at right now. Not when we've just had a good trade. So what I like to do is, I don't know if we can see, like map out my emotions. So we start in this sort of consolidation range to try and get myself nice and grounded. And then each trade that I take, sort of map where my emotions are, and then try and roll it back down to this grounded spot before I go again. This is proper no man's land trading in between these levels. So what did we get out of this trade? Was it Uh, win one. 88. So 90 plus $2 for the round trip. So that is what, 18 ticks for the first trade? Not bad. Not a trade I'd scale into, but seeing the volume just drop off a little bit now before the open, I think we're going to see this absolutely surge. Could even have double the normal amount of volume that we see on the day, which is unusual for a Friday. Could consider a short. We got this false break of these highs now. Definitely closer inside. Looks like we're seeing some more resistance. Haven't got any divergence on the SMI yet. Don't really want to trade too close to the open, especially not getting stuck in something going the wrong way. And if we look at our spread, the spread's pretty freaking big. Look at that. There's literally points between that and NQ. Is there more news coming? Let's have a look. I think we've had most of the news. Not sure why the spread is so big. Oh no, OBS disconnected. So I think there is a little bit of latency. All right, 20 seconds before the open. If I go long, I'm looking for it to break this. Let's just change this to CH. Definitely seeing this level tested. If we get a false break up here, then it could be very interesting to go short. Okay, I'm in. Look and see it come back down, test this level. Right, I'm out. Classic head and shoulders here. Could definitely see this level go. Great start to the session. Looking again at this level here, seeing if we get a false break. Do we get any divergence on the SMI? We definitely have got divergence. There is scope here for a dump back down. And it's quite a strong bull flag there as well. Although that low has been broken, I think. Let's see how the test of this EMA goes. You see it's sort of beginning to curl back over. I'm not trusting that this level here is going to hold. It's got to hold now if it's going to. Do the buyers come back in? Could see some very strong selling coming through now. Let's see what happens. The SMI is definitely down here. Let's try to turn around though. This is also the spot to look to go long and hold, perhaps scale. But I'd prefer to see a bit more of a arch like this. There we go, there's the dump. Take out the low maybe. Quite a lot of divergence in that. It's a risky buy. SMI isn't really going anywhere. Are we going to see a second dump? Looks like we're going higher. Now we got this kind of range here between this level and this level. Quite happy to look at a short if it comes up a bit higher. All right, I reckon we could be, if this 5 minute candle closes underneath this level, we could be in for a day of shorts, at least a little while of shorts. So we're going to go for this low. See if we can find a way into this. Took some good trades like this yesterday. This would be our low of the week. And we have had this inside day yesterday. Maybe we're going to see some big lows. I'm getting short. Looking to get out of this. Got in too early. I think an ideal situation for a continuation here would be to see this 5 minute candle go green, and then we can look to see if it false breaks these highs. Is this the bear trap? Bull trap, sorry. There we go. Let's go in. Can we get a green to red move here? I want to see it go up and test it. Might not get my opportunity. There's the test. Not convinced these longs can hold this. We definitely got some tight price action. That's a big false break at that level. Like, got no divergence yet. Trying to roll over. I think we'll see this get brought back up. Might even have a stab at it. Great trade. If we come back under this level, I might consider another long. We'll see a bit more push, but doesn't look like I'm going to get it. That was probably the chance. There's obviously a lot of stops underneath this, so maybe it'll hit these first. Ready for the fly through? Yeah. Let's see the book drop. Mhm. Seeing some buying, protecting the low of the week. I think we'll put a level on that actually. Not usually the kind of level I like, but just something to make a note of. I think we can probably consider a buy sometime soon. Or are we going to try and hit this lower month? Let's get a lower month on here as a significant level. Make it orange. Let's give it 2 pixels. I think at this point we probably will hit it. Get rid of that. Got loads of hidden divergence here in this high. Loads of it. Let's see it boost up. There we go. There is so much divergence there. There is a definite short available to take. I want to see a little bit more divergence on the upside. Getting ready to consider the short. Okay, I'm in. Getting out. Certainly not looking to give all this back. Still up 300 on the day. Going short. Bit more of a pop down and we're out. Don't like how long it's taking. Alright, I'm out. Take a little profit. Mm-hmm. We'll consider one more. One more. This weekly low, monthly low, holding strong for now. There's a big red candle on the day as well. I think an ideal situation for me is to see it dump and then get bought back up. Hard to play this dump down might be tricky. It's not looking so clear. Pretty sure it will go though. We've got 4 minutes until 3 o'clock. False break at these highs. watching where we are on the 5-minute chart. See it sort of testing that low from before. Now obviously these can fly back in. But then if we're going to get a continuation, it's going to be sometime around now. 1 minute 35 left on that candle. Don't think I want to be in a position before 3 o'clock. I'll just wait. A glass of water. We're up on the day. Oh, juicy. We've had this move down, but the volume hasn't really done a whole lot. You see it coiling on the SMI like this, it's usually inevitable that there will be a big move. Kind of willing to try this short, but 20 seconds of 3 o'clock. I'm going to hang off. And I'm happy I did. Pretty sure it will go through this level before it goes back up. Okay. This is probably the only chance to get into a huge long, but I can't even take a huge long because I don't have a whole lot of room left on my profit. See it dump down a bit more. We saw this on Wednesday. Alright, I'm going to try and get in somewhere. See where it'll let me get in. So we now have a new low of the week. The only thing is, this can be a bit of a trap because obviously everyone's going to be buying the low of the week. If the sellers are really there, then it's a very dangerous place to go long. But then, the risk reward. Right, going to be looking at it if it takes out this low. Got a double bottom. Almost. There's the double bottom. Okay, new low. There we go. That's a nice move. Okay, with a nice pullback, and I'm going to go long. That might be the only chance. Taking it. Looking very dangerous. Get out. I'll try it again. It's not what I want to see at all. I'll put my stop here. Break even. Don't want to give it all back. I do really like the look of this long. Look at this. 4 red days in a row for NQ. To be honest with you, probably shouldn't be looking for longs. I'm sure a lot of people have been chopped up trying to call the bottom. Seen some volume pick up now. Excuse me. Into red on the 5 minute. Don't really want to short at the bottom. I mean, this is literally the epitome of shorting at the bottom. There it is. The thing is, when we got a big candle like that, you just never know how far it's going to go. Definitely seeing some buying now. It's got a long way to go back though. Not loving this trade. put something in place just so I don't get completely screwed. I'll take a small profit and get out. It's a second too early, but man, that was looking a bit ropey for a moment. Honestly, like, where is the best place to get in here for a short? Probably want to see this go. What's it got? It's got 150 ticks, which is actually about right to start thinking about shorting it. But then beyond that, maybe like, where's 300? 300's right up there. NQ looking like the British pound. Falling and falling and falling. That level has to hold. That is not what I wanted to see. Can get out, break even. Yeah. Big fight going on here. Not good. Gonna have to shut this. Let's put a stop in. Stop me from getting annihilated. Damn. Basically back to where we started. I should have known better than to keep trading. That is the outcome of greed. Am I going to try and short this again? Yep. Still think this can come back down. This is some bad trading now. Very close to being liquidated. Strong green candle on the 5 minute. Not really seeing any strength in those shorts coming in off the. Could be looking at a false break now of this weekly level. Depends. See if we're going to fly back in or it's going to go back down. Kind of looks like it just wants to keep going higher. That's me liquidated. All right. Now it goes. Well, lesson learned. Right, that's the end of the stream.